What's up, everybody? It's your boy Gaby, and welcome back to the Light Designs Cult Activity Podcast. This is episode 6. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back. I hope you guys had a good week. The last episode of the podcast was super fun. We had a special guest, my buddy Jack Burlow, on the show, DJ Jaybird, which was great. It was great having him on the show, and I think it was really fun to have a special guest. But before we get into anything, I just want to remind everybody, if you are of legal vaping age, to click over to budgetvapors.com, pick yourself up some delicious juice and hardware using my promo code GABESENTYA. That's capital GABESENTYA. Gabe sent ya. And that helps keep the show on the program and feed my little bones. It feeds each of my bones directly, all at once, from one of those things that they have in hamster cages. You know, the bottles. Man, this week's been kind of a tricky one. I was going strong, working hard. I was filming a lot of skate videos this past week. I banged out like 4 really solid skate videos, and then my main computer died. The big computer that runs all 3 of my YouTube channels and this podcast and my live streaming just said, you know what, dude, I've had enough. Yeah, so I was streaming. Actually, I was doing my Sunday stream, and I was playing Yoshi's Story. I was streaming playing Yoshi's Story, and then all of a sudden I got the blue screen of death, which is my favorite screen, and then that was it. And my 4 terabyte internal hard drive it just keeled over. It turned on its back and went like a turtle in the sun. And man, I did everything. I took it apart. I physically took the hard drive apart, tried to get it to spin again, and somehow my disks inside my hard drive got all scratched up, and it was a big mess. And I tried everything I possibly could try, and I can't be without that computer because that runs my entire business. So I had to quickly rush over to Walmart to pick up an external hard drive. Here's a trick of the trade for you. If you ever need a really big hard drive for your computer, buy an external hard drive and then rip the enclosure off of it and then throw it in your computer. They're exactly the same as computer hard drives. It's just you can easily get them right there. So you can go to Walmart or Target or wherever, and you can grab an external and you just rip the shell off of it and then slap it in whatever you need, and then bada boom, you got a big hard drive. So I decided to go with a 5 terabyte. I picked it up at Target because for some reason Walmart's in California, their electronics department closes before the rest of the store, which I was so mad. I was so mad that my computer broke in the first place, and then I rush over to Walmart, and then only the electronics department is closed. I was not a happy camper. I did a Karen, and I talked to the manager, and there was nothing she could do. I wasn't like a Karen, but I was like, I said to the manager, I was like, I know exactly what I need. I can literally see it from where I'm standing. Can you just unlock the case and hand me that external hard drive? I'll pay for it right now. You can carry it to the register. I'm not going to steal it. Please help me. And then she was like, no, we can't do that. It's policy. Sorry about that. And so I did speak to a manager, but I didn't do a Karen. You know, I didn't freak out or anything. I was just trying to see if I could get the hard drive. I needed to get back to work. And then so I ended up running over to Target, grabbing a 5 terabyte, all good to go. I come back home and try and clone, the past couple of years of my work onto this new drive, and there was unfortunately no saving it. And so the past couple of years of all of my work are just gone. Which is a bummer. But I guess I really haven't done anything that great in the past couple of years. So The rest of the week has honestly just been installing all my software and trying to set up this computer in a way that I like to work. I'm kind of very particular about how I like my layout on my computer, just because I'm working on so many things all at once that I like to have things a certain way so that I can, quickly get things done. So I've been reinstalling all my software and all my video games and all my streaming stuff, and it's been a pain, but I've been watching Futurama while I've been doing it. I watched Futurama as a kid, like on Adult Swim, and I don't think I was old enough to appreciate it at the time. Like, I was like, yeah, okay, that's all right, but I don't think Futurama is similar to King of the Hill, where it's like one of those shows you don't appreciate when you're young, but as you get older, you like really appreciate it. Like right now, I absolutely love King of the Hill. I love King of the Hill, and I feel the same way about Futurama. I absolutely love Futurama, but I don't think I was old enough to appreciate it at the time that I watched it. And then I ended up watching it a couple years ago. I watched the entire series and I liked it. I remember I liked it a lot, but now rewatching it again, it's like, oh, I appreciate it on so many levels, especially because I've become such a Star Trek nerd. So like I really appreciate like all the subtle nuances and all of the jokes that I missed that are like references to Star Trek, and just there's some really deep jokes in there that you wouldn't appreciate unless you were a little bit older and kind of knew a little bit more about science fiction. So I really appreciate the amount of work they put into that. And then same with King of the Hill, dude. That show's awesome. King of the Hill makes me want to go to Texas and like live in a rural town in Texas and care a lot about my lawn. So, I mean, that's the update for the week. I don't really have too much to talk about because, like I said, the majority of my week has been pulling out my armpit hair in stress, trying to rebuild my computer. Thank God it's working, so that's good stuff. I'm currently vaping on some, I have Vanilla Mint. I have Vanilla Mint in my BMI Micro. And it's awesome. It's great. Vanilla Mint from Budget Vapors. Highly recommend checking it out. I'm just running it straight. Vanilla Mint is a pretty harsh peppermint flavor with a hint of vanilla. There's also a little bit sweeter version of that called Ice Age. Ice Age is a really good juice as well. I highly recommend checking them both out. But in my personal opinion, I think I like Vanilla Mint more. It used to be called Kris Kringle, but now it's called Vanilla Mint. Really good. I have a super old bottle of it that's still branded with Santa Claus on it, and it says Kris Kringle. And man, super good juice. Highly recommend checking it out. It's perfect because it's very hot, very hot here today in Los Angeles. I went out for a nice ride on my motorcycle earlier today, and I had to go run some errands early in the morning. But it's a beautiful day outside today, but it's very hot. It's very hot. So this Vanilla Mint has been nice and refreshing. I think I'm gonna go skate tonight for a little while. I got a new skateboard. I put a video out of me getting a new deck. I'm skating a Creature deck for the first time, which is pretty cool. I've never skated Creature before. Obviously, I've heard of them. They've been around for a million years. They're actually a pretty old brand. And my California best friend, Bick, hooked it up with like a really cool, barely used Creature board, because I was skating the crappy eBay board that I made the video about and broke my toes on, and he hooked it up, which is really cool. I'm gonna see if he's around in a little while, see if we can film some more skate stuff together. But if you haven't seen that video yet, check it out. It's on the main channel. It's really fun. Both of us had a great time skating together. Which, it's funny, we were gonna go meet up with Jesse. You guys know Jesse from that vape shop in Venice Beach. I don't remember the name of the vape shop, but he was in the first Los Angeles video. And we were gonna go meet up with him in Inglewood. And I thought Bick's vehicle was running, and it wasn't running at the time. and I ride a motorcycle as my primary form of transportation. And Inglewood is pretty far away from us. We're at the southernmost town of Los Angeles County, and Inglewood is pretty far up there. So it's a little bit of a drive. And so we have, you know, 2 big camera bags because he's filming for his stuff, I'm filming for my stuff. We have our skateboards, we have all our water, we have all this stuff. And we're like, how are we gonna get all the way up to Inglewood? And so we decided to double ride my motorcycle to the Long Beach park because he had never been on a motorcycle before, and I've never driven a motorcycle with anybody besides my girlfriend on the back. I don't think. Maybe like when I was younger, like having a friend on the back of like my moped that I had for a couple days. But it was so funny because we're about the same height, so we have these 2 dudes on a CBR 250 running through Long Beach with like giant backpacks filled with camera gear and skateboards hanging off of us, and I'm sure we looked crazy driving over there and back. It was pretty funny. I was laughing to myself the whole time. But yeah, the board's good. The creature deck is cool. It's got a little bit steeper concave than anything else I've skated. I appreciate you guys liking the skateboard reviews so much. I've been enjoying doing the skateboard reviews, and a couple companies have reached out to me to do some skateboard reviews on the channel, which is great. So I think I'm going to take the skateboard reviews a little bit more seriously and kind of do them more like my vape reviews. You know, my vape reviews have a higher production value to them than my skateboard reviews, because I was just doing it for fun, and then like I would really enjoy doing real reviews of skateboard products. So I'm gonna beef those up a little bit, so get excited about that. And so that's pretty much all I got this week. Let me know how you're doing in the comments of wherever you're watching this. Make sure to share this episode around, and I hope you guys are doing good, and let's get into the music. Also, don't forget to click over to Budget Vapors and use my promo code, because that really helps a lot. Okay, thank you. Bye.
I'm telling you, what you're going to end up with is a club of really obnoxious rich kids and a load of other people that are out for a photo call, basically. All they're interested in is coming out, getting a few dotty photographs to litter their social media sites or their Instagram account with, and they fuck off home.